Hi guys, and welcome to Kingdom Hearts 2. This is future me talking, since the actual me didn't talk inside of the beginning of the video, and only talked about, say, halfway through, and then I kinda got extremely frustrated at a certain boss and completely stopped talking altogether. So I guess future me will be your host today for the majority of it. But all I got to say is, sorry about the break. I actually just didn't do anything for the mere fact that it's Christmas vacation, and I had a lot of stuff to do with family. And I just didn't want to deal with my YouTube responsibilities. I know that I should get more onto it, especially if I want my subscribers, but you gotta understand, I'm just really out of it. But I'm going to start trying to get back inside of the flow, making more videos. I want to do it like once every other day at the very least, and that's going to be my main plan. And I'm going to make sure to do either a stream and or a video every other day. That way you guys at least have something for my channel, and I don't get stressed out to all Hades. But yeah, the reason why it took so long is because first day I was taken off, and then I just had to deal with a bunch of stuff with family until Christmas was over. After that, I actually got the game called Persona 5, and I've been playing that. A lot. Constantly. I stayed up all night, okay guys? I'm freaking tired and had to drink coffee to make this goddamn video. Ooh, Heartless. You know, even after playing through this entire game, still say I prefer the Heartless. They're much more fun to fight.
Oh, come on, enough already.
Somebody help us! Ow!
Just in time. Wah!
Ow! Ow!
Gee, do you think he maybe forgot who we are?
With this many Heartless around, something must be up.
Why do you have to do that?
So you may be wondering why I went straight into Valor form during that fight, even though it was basic Heartless, and the fact is, A, I just didn't want to really deal with them because that's a lot of Heartless, and it's much easier to wipe them out like this. But more importantly, if you go into Valor form, you have to realize every single different form inside of this game has special conditions. And what these conditions are differ depending on the form itself. And these conditions allow you to level up the form, which gives you new abilities and it new abilities, making it stronger and, in turn, making you stronger. Usually these abilities are mobility based. For example, Valor has high jump. High jump allows you to, as you could probably guess, like in the first game, jump much higher than you could with a basic jump. And because of the new puzzle piece mechanic inside of this game that they had implemented, which is still really cool to me. I like collecting the puzzle pieces now. It's gonna be nice when you put them all together. But basically they can place these puzzle pieces onto areas you cannot normally access without these abilities. And not to mention, it's just useful in the first place, being able to jump higher, move faster, dodge out of the way. All of these are very useful abilities that are almost needed during certain boss fights. But another thing you might be wondering is, why did I leave to the world map? after saving and then come right back? And the answer to that is if you leave to the world map while you're inside of one of your forms, it'll take you out of the form, but it won't get rid of your gauge that you have to use to go into these forms in the first place. So I'm going to be doing that often, mostly off screen, because this will allow me to farm up my forms, even though there's going to be a lot of limiters to them, so I can only upgrade so much at one time. But that's, if you're playing through this, if you don't want to like go through the hassle of attacking enemies for like 20 minutes at a time just to fill up your gauge to the point where you can use a form once more, you can just do that, save you about 20 minutes of trying to get your gauge maxed out again, and helps with farming a lot too. I know I've been talking over the cutscenes a lot, but I just want to kind of explain these things. Not to mention, it's much easier when it's this future me, because I don't have to be reacting to it on the spot, and I don't have to be watching it for the first time as well. Combo boost, sweet. Another thing I like about playing on critical mode, even though, yes, I take an insane amount of damage, and it's very, very scary, I like the fact that you start off with so many points to equip your abilities, so you don't have to really worry about using accessories that give you a bunch of points, for the fact that you just already have so damn many. But when you get later, that does become a problem again, but it gets rid of that stress, so you're not as customizing as long as you would inside of normal gameplay. But more importantly, you get the lucky abilities, which allow you to draw enemies to drop items much more often. Great for synthesis, and I personally enjoy it because, once again, saves me time. Time that I'm probably going to be spending trying bosses over multiple times. A lot. Painfully. Speaking of which, this is future me. I'm gonna just wait for this cutscene to finish and I'll explain something to you that's gonna pop up later in the video.
Sora! Goofy!
Hiya.
Put me down. Put me down.
Oh,
I really like the animations compared to the old game. But as I was saying, I'm going to explain this right now because you are going to probably notice it. There are specific moments that I cut out for one of three reasons. Reason number one is that... How do I explain this? First of all, the easiest one to explain is time constraints, because these videos have to be under an hour for them to be uploaded correctly. The longer, the harder it is to upload, but I don't really mind too much as long as I get a lot done in it, and I try and keep my rule of one world per video for the most part. Okay. Also, I forgot to explain this, so I'll just explain this quickly. Each form, like I said before, has their own special conditions. And the reason why I went straight into Valor when I was doing that fight with the Heartless is because Valor's the second easiest in my opinion. Where what you have to do is just whack enemies. The more enemies that you whack, the more points you get. After you whack an enemy enough times, you will then level up. As you see in there, where all I had to do was hit the big body a few times after what happened earlier, and it leveled up there. So, whenever there's a bunch of enemies, I'm probably going to go into Fowler form. Just quickly get that up. Now, as I was saying earlier, there's going to be moments in the video where it cuts out for like a split second and then resumes. And this is purely because of either time constraints, which is the more obvious one. Second one's a little bit harder to explain. Like, I try and show me going through the menus, I try and show me fighting enemies, but if it's nothing but me going around and repeatedly farming for experience or going into the same room multiple times, I try and cut those out for the mere fact that A, there's nothing new or interesting, and B, it also goes into the time constraint thing because you don't want to watch that and I don't want to waste time on that. So if it's nothing but farming, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Power shard, nice. So with that said and done, let's go ahead and continue. Oh yeah, and the third thing, and I'm not ashamed to say this surprisingly, there's a boss inside of this area where I got my ass kicked. A lot. Over and over. Painfully. Again. So, yeah. Cut out the losses there. I'm pretty sure here is where I started talking for the mere fact that I couldn't stop laughing at this old minigame because I completely had forgotten about it. But, future me out. See you guys later. Guess you're going back to reaction me. Please grab this chest here.
Yeah.
But there's a hole right here. Wasn't very well hidden. Do I have to, like, try moving the wardrobe? Okay. Oh, I get it now. How does this work? I don't know about you, but if I was getting pushed, then I would. Okay, if somebody was slowly pushing me, I'm pretty sure I would notice instantaneously, like she just did. Really? that was a minigame. Was that necessary? Did they had to? Okay. 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 A very sleepy woman, I'm going to guess. And if I'd never seen Beauty and the Beast, I would think she was the queen for the mere fact that she actually looks like she has a crown. Wait. Oh god, I watched a YouTube video about this. This is usually when people start to realize that critical mode was a mistake, according to the person I had watched it from. I watched all the boss bosses. I watched a video where I had all the bosses. of Kingdom Hearts 2, and they were ranked in difficulty, and this was one of the higher ones up, and his very first thing that he said is, this is when people start to realize that maybe critical mode was a mistake. Alright, let's see. If I can remember this correctly, they can't attack you if you don't get too close, I think. But you have to attack the door to attack a spirit? Yeah. Ow, oh Jesus. Thanks, Donald? I'm gonna pause. Just in case. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and okay. Do not get close to the door. Jesus Christ, even the minion statues almost insta-kill me. Yeah, God, I got my allergies. Okay, what if I just stand up here? Can they get me? No. Oh, I should be able to take a hit. What? Alright, well, I killed one. Oh, jeez. I can't believe I'm alive. I don't have, like, second chance, so that was just luck. Ooh, I can just use Blizzard. Not exactly very effective. The good thing about this Kingdom Hearts compared to the older one is that your mana regenerates over time, so you have like a limited number of uses like in the old game, but you're not screwed if you completely run out of ether, which is what it used to be, including there being actual bosses that were impossible if you ran out of mana and ether. Well, secret bosses, but you get my point. A lot of games, people call this game press triangle to win, and yes, it does help. Not gonna lie, but I sincerely don't think that it's that bad about it. Jeez, how many minions does this thing have? Are they endless, or can I just like run him dry, and that's what I'm supposed to do? Oh. And there's my first death, folks. I won't give up. Right? What is this? Oh, right! I didn't get this until much later in the game when I was a little kid, so I completely forgot about this. King Mickey appears if you die sometimes in specific areas. And he saves you pretty much. You get to play as him, he does a lot of damage. He cannot kill bosses by himself though, if I can remember. I don't think he can. I am a super Mickey! Give me strength! Jeez, Mickey has a lot of HP. I wonder if he's affected by critical mode too, where he has half the HP he would normally have. Thanks, Mickey.
Let's go.
Because one of the things about critical mode, okay. Anyways, one of the things about critical mode is that once you go into it, you have half your HP, but twice the amount of damage. Ow, my face. Thanks, Donald. Anyways, I don't know why I said twice the amount of damage. You do a slightly more damage to enemies than you would normally, but instead of critical mode, you take twice the damage and you have half the HP, so you're basically taking 4 times the damage from bosses and enemies. So that's one of the things that makes this game so hard. Did I get it? Nope. Like I said, the spear comes out, so I just have to wail on it. Oh jeez. I guess it's like a damage limit. I'm just gonna have to like quickly just mash my way through him, hopefully. Come on. Thanks, Donald. You're a freaking miracle worker. Nice. Let's get rid of that stupid ass spirit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. Okay. Thank God if you go out of your form, you get your combo reset. Wow. I thought I would actually mess that up repeatedly and have to try it over and over, but... Whoa! Okay. That was... entertaining. Actually, that went way better than I thought. Guess all I can say now is, thanks, Mickey! Things and dungeons past this door. Come on, we gotta set the servants free. That's right, let's go.
There's nobody here.
You mean there's nobody to rescue?
Did someone say rescue?
Shh. Keep quiet. It might be them.
Oh, they look like nice boys to me.
We are nice. We're your friends.
Yeah, Belle sent us to find you.
Wow.
I'm Sora. Donald. Goofy.
I am self-winding, sir. I am not too
I'm glad you're okay.
It is we who are overjoyed to see you.
Did somebody put a spell on you guys too?
No. Yes, that's right. You've heard. It was the Enchantress.
It seems so long ago.
It was a cold winter's night. An old beggar woman came to the castle and asked for shelter.
But the master of this castle, that is, of course, the prince... Stop that! Put me down this instant! Thank you.
Oh, I remember this. This is a fun minigame where you have to use both Mrs. Potts and Ludwig, I think that's what he was called, to light these magical torches in order to open up a secret, like, hidden exit. Don't really exactly understand how the Keyblade is considered that magical just by waving it over a lantern, but okay. Oh, right. And, he's like on a time limit. I don't remember exactly how you're supposed to recover him, but, yeah. I know that you're, not supposed to do it all in one shot, so I'm just gonna stand here and see what happens if I let him run out of his gauge. I don't think I'm supposed to set him on fire.
I think this'll do the trick.
Oh, you're just supposed to have Mrs. Potts next to you. That's easy enough. Can't I just burn these all?
Fire!
Yep. A little bit inefficient, but it works.
I think this'll do the trick.
Alright. You thought I was just gonna leave that puzzle piece there, weren't you guys? Just annoy all the completionists in the world. I'm actually going to 100% this game. I mean, in fact, I just love it too much. You coming?
I think this'll do the trick.
That'd be horrible if the only way to get around would be jumping. I think I would rather be somebody like the Clock himself, because he actually has legs. Well, kind of. Alright, I don't think Mrs. Potts can get through if there's boxes in the way, can she? Could you get up the stairs? Nope, yeah, she can.
I think this'll do the trick.
I like that last second. An ominously out-of-place brick. Not gonna lie, even in real life, I would have pushed that anyways. I wonder what the very first game, movie, or novel was to actually implement that mechanic into it, where there's like a stone door and you push something in and it magically opens. I remember my very first time seeing it was probably either this game or Oblivion, where it happens at the very beginning. Well, at least I got myself all set up. Because I remember this very greatly. Next up is you have to fight the beast. I don't remember why. I think he goes almost heartless. Ooh, chest. I think you can escape from me. Use some shard. Still can't get past those? Okay. AP boost. And that somehow was not considered a battle, so I could just use it. Easy enough. I wonder if there's any way to farm AP boost. Or if they're just in chests scattered around the world. I don't really ever find myself using tents too often, to be honest. Oh, okay. Apparently those things don't take magic. Nope, nope, they do take magic damage. Maybe only fire. Cool, strength increase. Just what I needed. This seems like it would be a good place to farm my Valor form, or just farm in general. I might actually come back here and do that. Next form that you get, I don't remember when you get it, is Wisdom. It consumes Donald from your party until the time runs out, but it like makes you extremely good with magic, and more importantly makes you a long-range character. But to level up that, you need to kill Heartless.
She's scheming to take everything you have. This castle, your precious Rose, and then your life. Trust no one. Feed your anger. Only anger will keep you strong.
I've had enough of strength. There's only one thing I want.
What? To love and be loved in return. Who could ever love a beast?
This sounds like an awkward story between the Hulk and his self-conscious. I never thought I'd be comparing a Disney character to the Hulk. Well, then again, I'm pretty sure that Hulk is part of Disney now. Maybe. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be hard. Help beast come to your senses. Okay. Wait. Can I literally just spam triangle and never let him get out of his dazed form? Oh god! Oh wow, he actually— oh geez, if he hits you it hurts. Kamehame! Ah! Oh. I thought that would look cooler. Oh well.
Cogsworth, what happened?
Well, Master, you see, that is, how shall I say, actually,
Well, you put everybody down there and
People normally consider Cogsworth as a coward, but if I was a tiny clock looking at a giant
Who was
beast
that
man
guy you were
that's
talking
foot
to?
is bigger
The
than
one
me,
in
I think I
black.
would be scared too.
Zaldin. That's his name. He came from the darkness. He used my anger to control me. He took all my sorrow, my sadness, my pain, and turned it all into rage. There was nothing I could do. I could no longer see the truth.
We'll all be That must be why you threw all of your friends down there into the dungeon. You wanted to make sure that you didn't hurt them, right?
Was that it? Was it to protect them?
Sure. We know you're good inside.
He's right, Master. We've all seen how kind you can be. After all, Belle can see the
Wait,
goodness in your heart.
did he just
but I'm afraid
360
you've
twist
yet
his
to-
arm? Ow!
I've mistreated her. I've mistreated her and been so selfish.
She didn't say anything about that.
She'd never tell anyone of my cruelty. She's too good.
You see, I'm afraid he judges himself far too harshly.
Why don't you just go talk to her?
But
No excuses. Come on, we'll go with you.
How many times has Sora helped Beast throughout the series? I remember Beast was just so awesome inside of the first game. He would one-shot everything. I think they nerfed him inside of this version, though. Otherwise, I would literally just keep him on my team and just let him wail through everything, and there we go. I just have to stand still and get experience. Yay. Oh, I think I know what these are. They like use all your MP to pull off these really cool special moves that you can only do with either abilities you unlock with Donald and Goofy, or every one of the companions you get throughout the game has one. It's a mysterious light. Blazing shard. Master! I'm a snooty wardrobe, but you are sure a master, but I don't give a shit. You go talk to her yourself. How do you guys feel if your wardrobe was literally a living pompous?
Goofy! Come on!
Switch to Goofy for the defense for a little while.
I'm warning you. You'll be sorry.
Belle, where are you?
Please, help! I'm in the ballroom.
Belle!
I'm all right.
Wow!
So, the entire area is the boss. Okay. Hi guys, future me again. So, basically, after I had lost a hell ton to this boss in particular, eventually I just kind of turned off my mic and let time go by. until I finally got this right. I switched from Goofy to Beast, and it took me a lot of tries. The problem with this boss is, the problem with this boss is that he has two phases where you keep your drive, mana, and HP from the last phase, so it's not like there's a real break. The first phase is easy enough. You just have to memorize his pattern and how he goes from the windows to the chandelier to the side and then back to the windows. And then he kind of repeats the process. You also have to memorize when exactly he's going to go into, as you just seen there, the fall down, so you can easily just take him down before he goes back to repeating the process of going through the pillars and then the windows, because you can't hit him when he goes through the windows. So the first form is really easy that way. The problem is the second form, which is hard enough, but I don't do great with homing projectile attacks. And more importantly, watch here. He is invisible. Of course, you can see when he attacks as he uses his hand, but his high HP, his chameleon ability, really you just have to try and do as much damage as you can until he decides to use the chandelier. So this is why I went straight to Beast. You can't give him any second to rest, or else you'll F it up. I messed it up. See what I mean? You just can't give him anything a second rest. You have to take any opportunity you have. Alright, I also gave my allies some potions. Alright, see if we can get this. Alright, I'm not going to mess this up this time. There we go. You hit him with this, he goes out of his invisibility. Helps a little bit, especially with finding him. Doesn't help with the projectile attack, which are my biggest problem. So I'm going to go into my Valor form and just try and wail on him, and hopefully I can finish him off right here, right now. Great, he's on the chandelier. Go ahead, high potion myself, that way in case when I take a hit I don't get one shot, because the damage is enough to kill me from that little damage I already have. There we go. Whew! I think I had to like set down my controller and just extreme anxiety when I finally beat him. The problem was I was taking way too much of a defensive approach, and I just could barely get like 3 hits off on him before a projectile would finally hit me. And I realized much later that you had to be very offensive with this boss. Well, most bosses are much more defensive.
So you think?
Fucking hate Zeldin.
Farewell.
As a child, he was probably the hardest boss I had fought throughout the entire game. I remember using Mickey a lot with him.
Ever heard of the Nobodies? When a strong-hearted person turns into a Heartless, a Nobody is created too. See, the organization, they've got control of all the Nobodies.
That's right. They were gonna make you into a Heartless. That way they could get that nobody of yours and have control over it.
You're all right.
What would Beast look like as a nobody? Yeah, I remember nobodies look identical to their somebodies. With the special exceptions, including Zemnis and Sora, but that's complicated.
I'm sorry, I wasn't myself. I hope I haven't done anything to hurt you. Forgive me.
I know you weren't yourself. You don't have to apologize. But I had hoped that you might have changed a little bit. I wish you could start trusting me.
Oh, I am afraid time is running short.
What do you mean?
Remember the rose?
From the beast's room?
Precisely. You see, if the master can learn to love and earn love in return before the last petal falls...
The spell will be broken.
Really? You think he's gonna make it?
We think so.
Yup, I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
Hope's the key. And the rose is the keyhole. But yeah, the organization member is a pain in my ass. He's nowhere near as hard as he is inside a story now that I'm older and actually can understand that there's more to this game than the X button. But, I still hate him for the mere fact that he has a data battle. And he makes the original version of him look like a toddler with multiple sticks.
What happened?
The gate is open!
Do you have to go?
Yeah.
Now no more arguing, okay?
We'll see to it.
Take care, dears.
You are welcome here any time.
If you hear anything about Riku, or the King, the Heartless, the organization, anything at all, let us know.
Beast just looks so
gotta go.
out of place and is drugged out right there. He's just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Oh, sweet, I got the cure element from that. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure that the other place gives me lightning, but I'm happy I went here first now because cure's a miracle. Here's a miracle. But next time we're going to the Olympus Coliseum to meet my favorite support character in the entire game. Ugh, do not want to go to that freaking Land of Dragon. But I'll see you guys next time I upload the video. Thank you very much for watching. I think I'm going to save the spaceship for next time too.